How to deal with noisy neighbours. Hello and welcome to Videojug. Living next door to noisy neighbours can make life a misery, but there are steps you can take to deal with the problem. This advice is approved by the government's Department for the Environment and will give you a few tips on how to deal with noisy neighbours. Step 1. Consider the situation. If your neighbour's noise is disrupting your life, you will want to take action quickly. But before you do anything, take time to make sure you have things straight in your own mind. Ask yourself the following questions. What is the disturbance? What effect is it having on me? What would I like done to resolve the problem? You may find it useful to write some notes. Step 2. Talk to your neighbour. As a first step, you should try talking with your neighbours face to face. They may not be aware of the effect their behaviour is having on you. Keep your own safety in mind and take a partner, friend or another neighbour with you. Be as courteous and polite as possible. If you feel at all threatened at any point, walk away. Step 3. Take notes. After talking to your neighbour, make a few notes about the details of the conversation. Be as accurate and detailed as you can. This will be useful if the matter becomes a formal complaint, as local authorities might like to know that you've tried to resolve the problem yourself first. Step 4. Write a letter. If the problem continues, try writing your neighbour a letter. This may seem formal, but it can be an effective way of communicating if talking doesn't work. Take time to compose the letter, typing or writing it neatly. Your neighbour is far more likely to take notice of a proper letter rather than a scrawled note on a scrap of paper. Make sure you keep a copy of the letter. This is evidence that you've tried to resolve the situation yourself, and you will need this if you make a formal complaint. Step 5. Keep a diary. Make a note of every time you're affected by your neighbour's noise. Record the type and volume of the noise, when it happened, how long it lasted, and the effect that it had on you. This will help you to be specific when dealing with your neighbour, and again will serve as evidence if you need to make a formal complaint. Step 6. Find a mediator. If you're unable to resolve the issue yourself, consider involving a trained mediator. A mediator is someone who helps resolve disputes by facilitating a conversation between two people. They will invite you and your neighbour to sit down together and help you to reach an amicable resolution. Find out about mediation services in your area from the charity Mediation UK. Step 7. Contact your local authority. Look in the telephone directory to find the contact details for your local authority. They will be able to advise you on what further steps to take to help resolve the situation. If the matter has become very serious, then ask to register a formal complaint against your neighbour with the Environmental Health Department. Step 8. The Environmental Health Department. You should receive a visit from an environmental health officer who will discuss the issue with you and let you know how they can help. Your neighbour is likely to receive a notice that a complaint has been made against them. This notice will not identify you as the complainant. Should this fail and the noise is deemed a statutory nuisance, then your neighbour will be served with an abatement notice, ordering them to stop causing a nuisance within a set time scale. They must then adhere to the terms of the notice or risk being fined through the courts up to £5,000. Step 9. Further information. For impartial advice on dealing with antisocial behaviour, try contacting your local Citizens Advice Bureau. Find your local branch online at www.citizensadvice.org.uk. Information on antisocial behaviour is also available through the Home Office website. Done!